Yeah, Marvel Snap's newest card is Clea, and I think I put together a fairly solid deck around this one today. She's got this ability: when this permanently gains power, add Flames of the Faultine to your hand. And Flames of the Faultine here is a 1-cost skill. On reveal, afflict an enemy card here with -3 power, which, you know, is effectively like adding a 1/3 to your hand. It's not that crazy of a stat output or anything, but importantly, it does allow you to contribute power without occupying board spaces, which actually can be really valuable, particularly if you have cards that want to scale up by the number of things you're playing, say like a bishop, for instance. Sometimes this can be hard to scale up enough because you just run out of space. We've had like bounce decks try to get around that in the past by bouncing stuff back to hand, but now you have skills that allow you to scale up a bishop without, you know, locking your board. Also, Nicholas Scratch, you know, specifically scaling off skills, pretty nice there, as well as 2 different scalers if you're filling your hand with various Flames of the Faultine. You've also got Merlin to give you some cheap skills as well to achieve the same. Now, that said, it is a little difficult, I'll say, to give Clea permanent power. She can either get it on board or in hand. Importantly, that's not in deck, so you can't use stuff like Okoye or Fastos or whatever. Has to be on board or in hand. Now, from the hand side of things, you know, there are cards like Gwynpool, for instance. Nakia can both give her power in hand. But I'll say, you know, when I was building out a list with that line in sort of a buff deck or whatever, I was thinking like, man, Gwynpool's not really very exciting if you don't get the Flames playable until turn 5. Like, that doesn't feel very interesting. Even Nakia, like playing the Flames on turn 4 doesn't feel good. It doesn't let you play the Clea out if you just want to like play a body out. So I thought the best angle perhaps to approach Clea from was Marvel Boy, because this lets you get the Clea down. The Marvel Boy can still chip in buffs every single turn. It is still, you know, not starting realistically until turn 4 with that instance, which isn't ideal, but it's still really reliable output that hits multiple times on the Clea, feeding into those multiple skills for Nick and Bishop. We've also got a couple other options in here. Aranya is another way to give instant power on a 1-drop, which is nice. And don't sleep on Nico. Remember, Nico also has a way to give power on a 1-drop. And the fact that they're 1-drops is really nice, of course, again, for Bishop, but also for the Zoo package in this deck with Khazar and Gilgamesh is really nice too, because both Marvel Boy, Khazar make those green numbers, which makes Gilgamesh bigger. That's really the goal here, is kind of fusing together this sort of like miracle skill deck, the wizard side of it with the Zoo side of it. And I wasn't really sure how this would feel. I also kind of wish I had a Blue Marvel in here, but Gilgamesh definitely felt better than Blue Marvel in my early testing. That said, I went on a good run, man, and I kept playing it to like make sure this was still working. I went 13-7. That's a 62% win rate, which is actually pretty solid, man. So, you know, now all that said, like speaking more generically on Clea, my first impressions for this card are, I think, solid in this deck. There were definitely moments she whiffed. Other moments she felt very, very good. I wonder if she's going to feel clunky in a lot of other deck lists. I suspect, you know, just like the timing on this, like weaving in the 1-cost Flames, a lot of decks aren't going to be able to sustain that clunkiness as easily as this one, where there's a lot more energy flexibility and stuff. So I don't know. We'll need to see more data. We'll need to play more. I actually had like 4 deck ideas. I'm really excited to try high evolutionary Clea, maybe tomorrow or the next day. So there's a few things I'm really interested in here with Clea to see how it goes. And yeah, I guess we'll see by the end of the week where she stands. But I think a promising card that could maybe get way better over time, and maybe one that's even solid now. Certainly felt like this deck list had at least some potential. I think with some refinement, this could be a pretty solid list. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, show me them 1-drops, dude. Yeah, let's actually wait on Clea, because there might be a location or something that makes her slightly better. We don't have Marvel Boy anyway right now, so Merlin on 2 is generally preferred as well. Merlin with Nidavellir is fine with Nicholas, just getting a baseline down there. I will say priority is kind of bad for us, just because we want to hit Flames and stuff. Oh, give me +2, baby. Oh, that's add to hand. Which is kind of cool, but not really it. Yeah, let's actually maybe try to dodge priority if we can. Agony Nico. This must be a Deadpool deck. Just didn't hit the Deadpool yet. Deadpool's pretty great with Clea, by the way. Let's be clear. Destroy an end to hand. No, still not in hand. Yeah, Clea is just kind of chilling for now, but that's okay. Bolts? Wow. I don't know what their deck is. Maybe it's a Clea deck with a bunch of skills. Hand's gonna be too full anyway here, so Vibranium Mines is actually totally fine. Don't have a good once in future target, by the way, and I really don't have a great polymorph target either. I mean, Nico will become that, and Shauna and Rhino certainly can as well, I guess. Yeah, Rhino will probably serve that purpose. That's why he's here. I don't know if once in future will be worth it or not, though. It's unclear. So we're gonna get Flames and the Merlin skill. Nicholas Scratch is gonna get just huge. Oh my goodness, that's a big Nico. This explains the card draw, by the way. So it is definitely, by the way, a almost certainly a Clea deck we see now. Just all the pieces coming together. Although I'm still not like sold on Kahori Clea. Like, I understand that Clea can fill your hand, but the best way to do that is by playing Kahori. But if your hand is full for a good Kahori, then your Clea has no space to add the flames, right? Like, doesn't all of this just track kind of strangely, I guess? I don't know how it feels to me, but what do I know? I guess the extra energy might be helpful here, but I'm gonna have a million Vibranium in my deck. So like, I don't know if I get another once in future in particular, I don't know how useful that is. I also am not really sure I want to contest left or not. Some of this power feels maybe a little bit wasted. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking an Omniversal turning off Nidavellir doesn't help me though. It hurts me. So I don't think we want to do that just yet. Mid's feeling like decent with the Bishop, I'll say. Flames, you know, it's helping every little bit. Nicholas is scaling a ton. Bonus energy leaving me space is hopefully helpful. Surge into what? Wind does create some pretty unpredictable power output on the final turn. Not that I really think it was particularly predictable anyway, but you know. So I like that we can use all of these skills and then still fill in with Shauna, right? Like, that's pretty nice. Where's our highest chance to win? Probably, okay, that's that. So maybe like, I mean, none of these, like, these are all already so buffed that the polymorphs are honestly pretty bad here. Polymorph is probably best on Marvel Boy, weirdly, right? I don't think I want to use it here. So, like, do I want to use Omniversal and then just roll in with a Shauna behind it? I mean, they're probably, I mean, we're at the same number of cards, so Nidavellir shouldn't really change the impacts here much. I think this is our best bet. I think this is actually a pretty cool turn. You're losing Marvel Boy, which is like, he's worth 4 power, but usually 4 drops are way bigger than that, you know? So you should normally get a pretty good, this is actually a pretty sick turn, all things considered, right? They only played 1 card. Makes me sort of nervous in a weird way. Like, what 1 card gives you such supreme confidence here? Simi Spider-Man is solid. Yeah, that's good. That's 7 power. That's exactly what we're looking for, right? We're not really trying to win left, but like, I'm so curious what that card could possibly be. I mean, honestly, we are also just really contesting left. Like, my God, dude, we are. Images of Icon, dude. That doesn't even beat us, does it? Maybe? No, I don't. No, it does beat us left. Yeah, just a little bit. But we hold elsewhere hard. This was honestly like a perfect example of this deck doing what I want it to do, man. I haven't had too many games that lined up this effectively. I've had a lot of games I won, but none that lined up like this effectively. But man, this was really cool. Like, Shauna filling in behind the skills, spamming skills on Bishop. Like, keep in mind, this has -5, so he was actually a 13 power Bishop. You know, Nicholas got +9 total, some from Marvel Boy, some from himself. Like, very cool. Multiple Flames of the Faltine played. I don't even know where the other ones went. Maybe it got transformed out, but pretty much a perfect example of how I want this deck to operate, which is very cool when it works, man. It's very cool. Ooh, show me the Clea! Good God, show me Clea. Please. Any 1-drop, really. Well, okay. That's my least favorite one, but it's fine. This is actually pretty sick for Clea too, by the way, Jimmy Chonga. Nice little Clea buff. Ooh, Convertage with Merlin could be pretty fun. Yeah, Marvel Boy is a weak turn 3 right now, though. I'd rather have, well, I guess Bishop for sure is better. A 1-drop might be good with Merlin right now, though, too. Oh! Saved! The hand is saved. Okay, yeah, no, we like this. Actually, no, let's do her mid so that Chimichanga hits her. I guess do you go like Nico Polymorph? I don't know how that works with drawing cards. I don't think it draws, right? I'm just thinking about filling my curve primarily. That's gonna leave me with 3 1-drops. Oh, actually no, Polymorph. But that's okay if I draw a 1-drop, that's actually better. Or I can play a Merlin skill with Marvel Boy next turn. The important thing is that Clea remains active. And we have Flames mid too, which is totally insane, right? Like Flames mid with Camertage is just nuts. Like turn after turn, you know? So 2 Flames in hand. Oh, that's so sick. It's really good. Now, I don't know how this works. Let's find out. I don't think it draws cards because there's nothing in the graveyard, right? Havoc. Normally, I'd be stressed about that, but I actually think we're kind of in a good position for that, honestly. Next turn we go. I hope to God we hit this Dakin with our Flames, by the way. Oh, we're going to! Yes! This is insane! The Dakin's gonna double from 0, dude. So the question is, do we play a Marvel Boy or do we just do this? Oh, we got to do at least one of these now. Yeah, no, we got to do one of these now. Just in case they start doubling now. We want to do it while we have priority. So we'll Marvel Boy next turn. We're going to shuffle out the Nico. Havoc is holding down left. Mid, we're just completely denying this Dakin, which is so sick. Like, Convertage is ridiculous, dude. And now it makes me want to run Joaquin. Like, our opponent had Joaquin in a previous game. It makes me kind of want to try. Oh, they're just retreating, dude. No, I feel bad, dude. No. God, that's gotta be so annoying. Yeah, I've got scaling here, effectively crazy scaling here thanks to the Flames, right? Like just ridiculous output. Next turn we were gonna have 5 energy, so we're probably just gonna go Marvel Boy, Flames plus whatever. I don't even know. Flames doesn't even have to go mid from there necessarily. Still fine and funny. Would be funny to push the Dakin to negative so that when he doubles he goes even deeper in the negatives. Hey Nick. Yeah, we can play Nick, that's fine. I mean, we could wait for a post Bishop world, but theoretically we should have enough Bishop cards anyway that it's all good. Let's get these bodies down for the Marvel Boy on curve. I think is really going to be our goal if we hit Marvel Boy, you know. Ooh, we do. What do you know? Serpent Creator is definitely helpful, yeah. Let's go. Nico there is pretty nice. That's gonna be 4 + 2 already. I think Marvel Boy here is fine. Hopefully we hit a Clea soon though. If we got a, oh my God, Clea now in fact, please. No Clea now. So this is gonna put us to 9. No, I think it's actually, well, I don't know. Does Marvel Boy or does Starburn Crater go off first? I guess maybe it's at the start of the turn, right? So this should be fine. Should get there. So I don't have anything left, by the way. I really should have put Bishop left. I don't know if winning Starburn Crater is worth giving up my biggest power card other than Gilgamesh left. I mean, I'm definitely gonna put Khazar there at least. Oh my God, Clea too is a good hit. Clea is pretty great for Nexus in particular, right? So next turn. Ooh, I don't necessarily have a good turn other than Gilgamesh though, so it might be hard to play the Flames. But I need to play it next turn if I'm gonna play it. Oh, opponent's going super... They must also have Gilgamesh, it looks like, right? I need to draw like Rhino here, maybe. Probably my best draw, I think. Well, oh, hold up, I got 6. Never mind, I can just do this, I'm done. This leaves me so stranded next turn. Like, I literally don't even have a good Hawkeye play. I will have Flames only? Like, that doesn't feel right, does it? There's no way that's right. Flames plus Gilgamesh next turn. Having another 1-drop or more 1-drops does make Gilgamesh bigger. I'll say that. So that's something, like even just one more Hawkeye card or whatever. What? Game, dude. Yeah, I think this is just a little better. It's, oh my, please let me play the game, dude. It's maybe a little worse depending on what you draw, I guess. Like, there are some draws that are worse. Man, the way the opponent is playing this is really making me think they're, like, gonna turn off Nexus. I don't know. They're making some weird moves, dude. Blue Marvel. Like, it just doesn't feel like they're going big for Nexus at all, dude. I don't know. I'm saying that maybe our Gilgamesh wins anyway. Because we do have a pretty decent lead, and Flames is kicking in some extra, but I don't know. It depends on what they play with the Gilgamesh. If they have a big one drop here, we might not be big enough because their Gilgamesh looks a little bigger because they got the blue marble, right? It's like, has the Flames basically made the difference here, you know? I mean, we have a monster lead. Shauna into Gilgamesh is not big enough, is it? It can't be, right? Can it? They're down by, oh, I think. Oh, it's not even Gilgamesh. Oh, forget it, dude. Yeah, dude, forget it. Not even close. I think Gilgamesh does beat us though, right? Because they would have had basically 11 buffs on a 9 power dude, which is 20 power, plus Blue Marvel's 21, plus 10 is 31, minus 3 is 28 to 24. Yeah, their Gilgamesh would have been big enough. Yeah, we didn't flip anywhere else either, so it's interesting. They are definitely like a classic zoo build, and we are definitely a new Clea zoo build, so it's kind of worked out better for us. I think a normal game they would have owned us though, right? Probably, although I don't know. That's not necessarily true because we were probably winning mid anyway. We had like 18 and 13 here. Hey, Clea, and we had the Nico Clea, which is a dream, dude. Let's go. Nico Clea is what we've been aiming for, man. So, like, we have 2 1-drops in this deck that can also buff Clea. If we also get a Marvel Boy, like, forget it, dude. We got to do this. We're going to go off curve here a little bit just to support the Clea. But that does kind of, again, point out some of Clea's weaknesses, I'll say. Like, she's always asking you to kind of do wacky stuff. I mean, Flames fills in nicely on 3, so it's not a big deal or anything. But we got to wait on this Flames, though, for a minute at least. Which does, again, like, that kind of sucks, right? Like, it's just wasted here. So we're floating again. Like, yeah, dude, like, the Nico timing, like, Nico having timing here, sucks. Like, we're just wasting a lot of energy so far. There's their Clea. Okay, sure. Kind of don't hate Rhino here, or I guess, actually, Flames is still, oh my god, yes. Yes! I mean, Marvel Boy has a very good chance of ending up there, but I think it's okay. It's not really that okay, though, to be honest. Part of me wants to put Rhino there. Or maybe you could do once in future, actually, to give yourself a little bit more space. You lose your Nico, so you do lose a Marvel Boy buff target, right? That's the thing, is like, it still kind of sucks. Now, let's just let the opponent hit Great Web. I don't know. The problem is if they play there, like, we're just guaranteed to get the Marvel Boy, which they do. Oh god, interesting. Okay, I mean, Merlin still has scaling, so hopefully it's okay. Like, Marvel Boy is still scaling, Kazar can still spike a little extra, so we're not like locked in necessarily. But now my Flames are also just sort of stranded, right? Like, there's a lot of problems here, man, to be honest. I don't know. Let's see how all this shakes out here. They did play somewhere else, but it's just gonna go over to Great Web again, so I just don't know. Nova would be a way to buff Clea. That's kind of cool. Medusa. Oh, that sucks. Clea. Does that give them a card in hand, I guess? Nomura certainly does. That's pretty cool, dude. Okay. Nomura going left wins them there. I mean, are they just going to end up with all their cards over there? I don't understand. They do not have priorities. So these Flames are, again, stranded thanks to Great Web. Like, unbelievable, dude. Put all this work to get these Flames, and I'm not even using them. I mean, honestly, we're still contesting left, right? Because Kazar's adding 2 to 16. Marvel Boy can add 2 more. Merlin's 2 more. So, like, we're actually in on left. Rhino's pretty good right. We're in a pretty good spot here, honestly. They don't really have a good play because all their cards are going to end up in Great Web. They literally, if they play 2 cards, they have a chance 1 gets stuck out, but 1's not gonna be enough to beat all this stuff. Like, there's just no way. And we're maybe winning left. I mean, I guess not if they get their card pulled, probably, right? Like, if an Odin goes over there, obviously you're not winning left. But if they played a tiny card and it went left, we might still be able to contest there too. Which they do play 2 cards. But we're big. Like, we're actually pretty strong. Panopticron. Okay, does not help us, sadly. Oh my god, what is this? Ironheart? Flames Wong, dude. That's so sick. But we're actually potentially winning left as well, depending on this Marvel Boy, right? Marvel Boy. Oh, we tie. Yeah, dude, nice. Yeah, but look at our hand, right? That's the sad part. It's like, dang, dude. Like, we really got screwed by Great Web. We would have had a much better game if we could have played all these flames, I think. Hey, this would be a sick Clea hand, dude. Sick Clea hand. Please, man. I would even play Clea on 2, right? You don't even need to worry about Hawkeye. I think you just go Clea on 2. Sure. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. Nico 2x. I mean, honestly, Aranya Nico is also pretty sick, but I'm looking for that freaking Clea, man. Clea with Sinister London in particular is just insane. Actually, Acid Arrow is also insane. Good plays here, man. Good plays. Clea one time, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I still want Clea. It's not too late, man. It's not too late. Nokia, they got hand buff Clea. Pretty good buffs too. That would be 2 flames. Is their hand full? No, I don't think they have flames. Doctor Strange, that's fine. Whatever. I wish he was bigger, but that's okay. Kind of wish he was a 1-drop too, but they got a big guy. So Acid Arrow's really nice. Oh, dude, what I would not give for a freaking Clea right now. I'm telling you right now. No, actually, we don't want that. We just want it to be destroyed. I just want it gone. Dude, please, Nico. I mean, honestly, it's kind of late now. We're not gonna have time for the Cleas, to be honest. But I'm just mad. I'm just, oh god, double Gwynpool's insane, dude. No, they're having way more fun than me right now. I'm mad. I'm angry. They're having way more fun than me, dude. I don't even have our leading 1-drops, man. Should have played Nick maybe for the Marvel Boy buffs, huh? Merlin, still no Clea, dude. It's too late now to be any good. I'll only get 1 round of flames regardless. So sad about it. Oh, we got her, but it's too late. Because I don't have, like, space to maximize it now. You know what I mean? Like, the space is part of what makes it so valuable. And we don't have the space. So... yeah, I mean, I'm sort of saying, hey, maybe Gilgamesh can win this game, but I don't really believe that right now. They're going to have some just insane hand buffs. Whatever they play here is going to be just the biggest cards ever. Oh, my good god. They have 4 cards in hand. I mean, it's going to be literally like 30 power. What on earth is it, dude? There is no world where Gilgamesh holds here. Gilgamesh Flames doesn't hold. There's just no world. There is just 0 world where this holds. It's gonna be fun to play Gilgamesh and Flames, sure, but it's just not gonna be good. Double Flames doesn't hold because stats don't matter. Like, I mean, look how insane this would have been earlier, dude. Just playing these on Sinister London and still having space. Like, oh, it would have been so freaking fun, dude. Instead, we got nothing, dude. We got nothing. We're just gonna murdered by a 30 power guy. Whatever this is gonna be so big. They have 18 in buffs from Gwynpool's, right? And then also, like, whatever from Nokia, too. Oh my god, Captain Marvels are even more ridiculous, dude. They don't really work well as doubles, but you don't need doubles. They actually managed to, like, fill this out, too, which is so silly. I mean, like, look, it's not close. I mean, it's, like, kind of close. Like, I mean, like, it's, like, kind of close. If we'd gotten these flames earlier, it would have been so fun, dude. Look at this hand. I love it so much. This makes me want to play more collector in here. There were so many different ways to go today. I feel like I might have accidentally chosen the most boring way. Like, I don't know. I thought it would be fun to play off all the 1-drops, but I don't know. I'm thinking now maybe it's kind of the most boring way to go. Like, collector seems fun. Kahori seems fun. All right, not mad about Nicholas. Do we go Rania maybe? Yeah. Just in case we get Clea on 2, it's just nice to have the Aranya. So you can play Nicholas and Clea next turn. Nicholas doesn't need to go down yet. Of course, we don't have any dudes yet. I guess we go Hawkeye here first, though, just so that we have more 1-drops. We'll just play Marvel Boy here on 4. You kind of lose 1 round of cycles, but that's okay. Just make sure we have... It doesn't really matter if you're only hitting, you know, kind of 2 cards anyway. Or 1 card, we play him next turn. Okay, those are both solid options, yeah. Grapple arrow, fist tower, we got to be careful on, but everything else is fine. Did we just go Shauna? I mean, this really ultimately is not looking like a like skill game. We don't have Merlin, we don't have Clea. Scratch looks pretty bad, right? It's just kind of looking like a zoo game. Here we'd maybe hope to hit Kazar. This again gives you a decent turn 4 Marvel Boy. I guess if I go turn 4, like if I go now for Marvel Boy, I get over 2 turns, I get +1 extra, right? Like the Shauna doesn't need to hit now. I guess he goes here. Mid seems like the hardest spot for us to win. Although actually Gilgamesh is very good at winning mid if I think about it. I initially was playing this with Blue Marvel, but he just felt kind of clunky weirdly. Like a lot of the skills and stuff, you know. Ooh, Clea! Okay, well now we're pumped. Right does look kind of hard to win, although, you know, Clea skills could help. Now Scratch looks better again. Maybe I still go Shauna, but I might miss some Clea hits is the only thing, right? Maybe that's fine. I don't really care. Like, well, you don't have to hit Clea every turn or whatever. Just one is already worth it. Like Aranya's pretty sick. So we have 2 spots right, 1 spot everywhere else. Ooh, I don't love the Snow Guard turning off my hand though. That sort of sucks. Flames mid though is pretty nice. Potentially it's shutting down that that Gwyn pool. It's just that I don't have a lot else to do here, do I? And honestly, not a great Gilgamesh setup either. Like we have a few things. Aranya, well, no, it's actually decent. Marvel Boy makes it decent, I guess, already, yeah. So maybe in that argument, like maybe Flames, we don't need to do Flames mid because I think ultimately Gilgamesh is just gonna win that, right? I think this is always gone. I just don't think we win here. I think we're trying to win left and I think we're just trying to win left and mid. So we basically just say, hey, no, let's just throw in bodies right for tiebreakers or whatever, just to spend our energy here. I don't think Hawk is relevant. Flames hits the Forge. Still close left because I think I'm probably only playing. Oh, we might be able to play a Flames, but I guess Pim Arrow is just technically better, right? Because it's another green card too for Gilgamesh. Ooh, does Kazar ever make more sense? No, because Right's still too exposed. Kazar's only buffing 2 cards there. No, this looks better. Gilgamesh mid just always flips mid, and then you just have to trust Pim Arrow plus Marvel Boy, I think. There's 3 cards left to get buffed by Marvel Boy. Pim Arrow's, like, we're already up 6, and Pim Arrow's a big +4. So, you know, that's a 10-point lead. Maybe 2 more is a 12-point lead. I don't know exactly what my opponent's deck is, by the way. Like, just buff stuff more than, like, Surfer stuff, it looks like. Kahori should be fine. Yeah, we flip mid super hard, right? Because they are losing a ton of power here. We're flipping it crazy hard. I'm not worried about mid, because Gilgamesh is actually quite big. Yeah, look at that insane flip, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, nice, dude. Yeah, this worked out okay, man. It wasn't like crazy home run stuff, you know. And actually, we did force them to contest right as well, which is pretty nice. They got Clea buffs, but it was all from Chavez, which is in deck. You know, like I initially was gonna build a buff deck exactly like this, because, you know, Forge, Kahori, they certainly work on Clea. And, you know, you can build out cards around Clea, but I wanted something that felt like it was more, I don't know, Clea-centric, I guess. So, like, Nicholas felt a little more Clea-centric. Marvel Boy felt like a more reliable hit than, like, Gwynpool and Forge and Kahori. They have some weird interactions and stuff. So, that's why we went this way. Lots of things to try out, though. Weirdly, with Clea, I have, like, 4 different lists I was thinking about trying. I didn't expect to have that many, but there's actually a few ways to slice this card, basically. Aranya. Dude, this would be a sick... Oh my god, this would be such a sick Clea hand. Are you kidding me? Please. Rhino is still actually totally fine. Oh, the Kahori whiff, dude. Brutal. I've seen a lot of play with Kahori and Clea today, but for whatever reason, it feels like they go... Like, it's counterintuitive, right? It's... You like, Clea fills your hand for Kahori. But then if Kahori hits Clea... If Kahori hits Clea, then the filled hand doesn't do you any good. You know what I mean? Like you don't get any flames. So there's like a weird, like both sides of it. I don't know. Something about that just seemed wrong in my brain. So we do have the Marvel Boy here, but we have so many extra 1-drops. Like the Raptors is potentially going to murder us there. So, I mean, we'll still play it for sure. It's good timing and everything too, but hopefully we just catch some Cleas, right? That's going to be the goal here. I think left is going to be difficult to beat, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. It's just so big and so free. Thinking about right without space, like the flames are hit Clea one time, dude. Never hits Clea, dude. It never hits Clea. Why we always got all these extra dudes? I think I trust this, by the way. Like, it's just, they only have one spot available. It's just big enough. I think I kind of trust it. Lasher is spooky, but I think we're still fine, right? Like, we go down to, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, fine. So this gives Gilgamesh the free win. Oh, we get the flames too, which is nice. Okay. So I guess you do this, right, and hope this holds. This flips all 3 spots. Are you ever worried that Gilgamesh doesn't do enough here? It's pretty big. If you're 100% confident though if you're 100% confident right, which I think we are 100% confident right, there's no reason maybe not to do this. The only problem is this never wins you mid. Like, that's what sucks. You go to 14 and you can only ever gain +2. Like, it feels kind of wrong to not flip there, but I think we just don't really, I mean, I think we're just kind of wasting this flames if we're saying right always holds. Shang-Chi would be the disaster here, maybe. Galacta's not a disaster. Oh, we would have held. We would have won both, actually, I think, with this line. We just know that Lasher does not do enough. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Kind of sad that that flames felt a bit wasted in this world. The first one was totally fine, right? Like, it helped us feel confident about right without locking up the space, you know. The kind of second and third here, though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, let's go. We can go ahead and get Rhino down on 1. That's fine. Bishop on 2 into Marvel Boy on 3. Hopefully with some 1-drops by then would be nice. You know, you at least have the Rock. I thought the Rock, like, I don't know, dude. I'm like, I love this new Rhino design. I'm like finding excuses to put him in all the decks. It makes a ton of sense in this deck with Kazar, with Merlin, with Marvel Boy, right? And he's just a 2/5. Like, it's just kind of big and free. I'm into it, man. I don't know. I'm like, I'm all about my boy Rhino. I thought he was already kind of good as a 3/6, and now as a 2/5, it's like, forget it, man. He's even better. They're playing a high Evo Clea deck, by the way, which I was really split today on playing this or high Evo. I couldn't quite decide which to play. You've seen I've gone this route, but this is probably gonna be my deck either tomorrow or Wednesday. High Evo Clea, so I'm curious to see how they build it out here. Oh, I didn't have a Kyera, I'll tell you that. So that's one difference already. Identifying some differences here. Ooh, Clea currently guaranteed on the Marvel Boys. That makes Acid Arrow to me feel a little bit better, although we do want to run this Clea. I have a fear we're just not quite gonna get big enough though this game. Like, I don't know if Flames can really keep up or not. And I'm like kind of already out of board space a little bit. I sort of need Kazar and Gilgamesh to like really spike this, I think. So I'm glad we got an Acid Arrow because that's allowing me to play a card without wasting my Marvel Boy buffs, basically, right? We're gonna hit always a Marvel Boy buff. So I will say, like, Flames is nice that I can just dump these without having to stress about board space. That's one advantage in a Zoo deck for Clea, is that, like, you get to do things without totally sacrificing your board. Now, where do these go is the question. Like, I'm like in on right a little bit with Bishop, so I sort of want to play right. It's actually pretty clutch. If it pulls Shauna though, dude, we are like literally screwed. Like, our board is locked out, right? Boy, that's a big 50-50 decision, isn't it? Maybe I save the basic arrow for that particular reason. If it pulls the basic arrow, we're kind of sad because we won't be able to play all of these next turn. Tell you what we could do alternatively as well is play the Shauna. And just make sure that we have some space available. So there's, you know, she only fills one here. We block her here with flames. Presumably they put a card here. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this is an alternative to just really protect our final turn. But then we have only Gilgamesh Flames next turn. Like, I don't know if that's enough to win. They do put a card there. Okay, so this worked out pretty well, actually. It's like kind of wasting your Shauna in theory, right? But sensibly, if we get the Gilgamesh right in particular now, like, it's still a pretty solid Gilgamesh. If we get basic arrow, though, we're cooked. Okay. Oh, they got the Hulk, though. Oh, God. Well, weirdly, we're, like, still in range here, aren't we? Not quite. No, Bishop needs +6, and we know we can only get +2. So that makes unfortunately right a free win for them. That Hulk was just such a big grab. Oh, and we drew totally dead. Yeah, no, like this obviously doesn't hold, sadly. I mean, Gilgamesh was our only spike left, so we kind of knew this wasn't gonna hold, but a little sad. I mean, we'll give them the cubes. I don't care. That's fine. See what they have. Oh. Oh! No, I think Cyclops is gonna flip it back! No! If I flipped these two, we would have won! No! Wait! Marvel Boy! No! Wait, we win the tiebreaker! No? Hulk, no! We lose the tiebreaker. Oh my God, Marvel Boy, if you hit a Chavez, we win. How did they only have Clea and Nebula in their hand? Oh my God, them pulling that Hulk is actually so insane in hindsight now, because we would have won this easily if they pulled either of these cards. Oh my God. Well, I guess they had one. It was like a 50-50. Oh, I had no dream we could win this game. If Marvel Boy just went left instead of hitting Clea, dude. Or if we'd flipped Nico and Flames, I guess, too, which that's even more shady because it's like a 1 point difference, you know? Like, come on, dude. Oh my God, dude. Oh, I didn't even dream. They had to have the worst possible hand for that to be in range for us, and they did. Play to your opponent having the worst possible hand if you're going to stick it out stupidly for 4 cubes. Okay, good hand normally, yeah. Just good tempo hand. Oh my God. Yeah, we'd probably still go Merlin on 2 here, right? But we're really, well, it depends if there's a Marvel Boy on 3. You really want to play Marvel Boy on 3. Ooh, I don't know. If we'd hit another 1-drop, this would have been a stupidly easy conversation to have. I guess we'll still play Merlin here. Kind of want to see, like, well, Marvel Boy number 1, but I also want to see Nick and Bishop to some extent as well. We potentially have a lot of skills this game. So Nick could be very cool. Oh, Nico is pretty decent too. I don't think Nico does anything though on Bro, what is going on here? Doesn't do anything on these, right? So we probably just do this. Like, Mindscape's scary, but hopefully we can turn it off. How many cards am I gonna get in hand? If I'm drawing 1 off Clea, 1 off Merlin, that's 5. Hawkeye puts us at 7. That's kind of too many for me. Maybe I just throw away the Nico here. Shuffle in the Aranya or something, you know, like whatever, just get some energy. Like, hopefully the hand is still enough to spin. Like with Kazar, I feel pretty confident we'll have enough stuff to do Flames as well. So we're gonna have 6 energy next turn, I think. This doesn't draw though, right? Like, we're just throwing away the Nico. There's nothing to destroy because it's banished. Okay, Acid Arrow is generally pretty great for Merlin. That would have been a much better target had we known. Mindscape does not get turned off though, so between the two of us, we're pretty likely to hit an Omniversal Presence, but not guaranteed. I missed. Polymorph Flames, and do we use Shauna to fill in the behind here? Yeah, I think that's fine actually. Only 1 there is fine. So we have 1 space here, 1 space here, and 1 space here. Is that 2 locked in already, though? I mean, it's not bad with Flames, but we're not hitting another Flames right now because there's no Marvel Boy. I mean, I could just play like a Kazart plus, you know, Merlin's skills are really good when you're locked in, I guess, right? Spider-Man's gonna lock us left, though. Oh, no. Shoot. Not good. I mean, Scratch scales at least a little. Dang, that's... I hope we get a big 1-drop over there, not the Hood. Echo's kind of fun, I guess. Oh, the Void. Normally that's not a problem, but I don't currently have any space there to play a dude. Oh my God, that's the Omniversal Presence. But I have priority, so if I go that route, I'm a little cooked, right? I don't think I do that. I'm actually okay if it goes off because I don't have a lot to do anyway, man. I'm like not that strong left, not that strong right. Well, I mean, I'm strong right for the moment if Void doesn't come over. I mean, like, you know, if they Annihilus, we're fine. If they Sentry, we might, or not Sentry, Cersei, we might be in trouble. I'm only getting a little strong left. That Spider-Man just cooked us, dude. Our positioning got so out of whack. Is this an Omniversal for them or not? Let's see. I hope it's not, to be honest. I don't have anything to do, man. I'm cooked. Polymorph is not a good oh no, dude. No, I'm so dead this game. We cannot win. Well, maybe. I don't know. They're getting a bad hand. What am I saying? I don't. Now that I say that, like, I don't know if that's true. They're getting a terrible hand. They're getting a terrible hand. Rhino does win left for them, but if I can win mid, it doesn't matter, right? Which this almost inevitably wins mid, right? I swear to God, I activated this, but I don't think it matters. Can they win both left and right is the question. I will say, if I play a skill, I get slightly stronger left, but that doesn't really help, right? It doesn't really matter. Oh, they don't have it. They just top deck something bad, I guess. Woo! Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, they didn't. Neither of us turned off. I bet they were counting on me to turn off Mindscape as well, man. That's funny. We didn't have any way to add power right, so they must have really just not drawn anything at all. Because like Rhino plus something would have won in a lot of scenarios. Nico location. Yeah, I mean Clintar is not ideal for us, honestly, but we can probably just kind of avoid it too. I don't think it's a big deal. Oh, Red Hulk's kind of tough for us sometimes. Space Throne Quicksilver though, that's good news. Okay, there's like a Kazar could easily win that, right? Let's go Merlin here. That's perfect. Yeah. Actually, could probably go mid, to be honest, but we can maybe put anything there and be fine. Let's see. We saw Red Hulk. We saw Surge. Oh, Eternals Arc. That means we do have to commit to that like a little sooner than we'd otherwise like, maybe. Bishop, we don't really want going there, but I might just be able to win Arc and Space Throne, right? Now, I will say, like, that does mean if they have, like, you know, I don't know, a Doctor Doom style card, that is something they could use to flip mid, maybe. We could turn off Arc, though, honestly. I kind of like turning off Arc a little bit. Do you trust the Hawkeye, dude? Do you have any way to buff this? Or like a Kahori coming? Oh, God. Like Gilgamesh would be the safe bet, but maybe it's I don't know, dude. Maybe it's Hawkeye, man. I don't know, dude. Let's see. We might really regret this, by the way. I think it's gonna be fine though. I don't see that in their deck right now. Like it doesn't really point to that direction, you know. I think we're gonna trust the Hawkeye. We'll see how much regret we have there, but we're gonna trust it. So we do lose Nico for a Kazar or a Marvel Boy, but we think that's probably okay. Ooh, we're one off on getting some bonus energy here. Sad. They're gonna have a million energy, but how well do they utilize it always becomes the question, right? And since we think we're winning mid, can we just power spike right with a Gilgamesh? If we do go that route, we do need buffs, right? So we should do maybe something like this. It does lock us out left. Is that too big of a signal? I mean, I guess you do this then, huh? That's fine. It doesn't really need to be left. So then it's just like Gilgamesh plus maybe a 1-drop, I suppose. I don't know. A lot of green guys. I love how well Gilgamesh works in the stack. Like a lot of stuff gets green just kind of by accident. Oh, good God. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I did not anticipate that. Not a lot here signaled that to me, to be honest. Well, crap. Really? Mobius, Wiccan, Surge, Quicksilver just does not point to... I mean, honestly, I think this is still winnable with Gilgamesh almost, but not if there's death. Eliath is actually fine, depending on this next card. Mercury, oh, dude. 17 to 18, but we got Marvel Boy. We're gonna tie. I love it, dude. I love it. Okay, I mean, that's an out of nowhere Galactus build, to be honest. Like, we really don't see Wiccan that much in Galactus builds like that early, because it's like without supporting the Galactus harder, you know, like priority is a possibility. But man, that was definitely a shocker.